Why are we having a meeting without Russia in the meeting? Trump asked. They should let Russia come back in because we should have Russia at the negotiating table. Solidifying his solo status on the world stage, Trump also lashed out at longtime allies over their criticism of his trade policies. He plans an early exit from the G7 meeting. Russia was ousted from the elite group in 2014 as punishment for President Vladimir Putin's annexation of Crimea and its support for pro-Russian separatists in Ukraine. In the U.S., Special Counsel Robert Mueller is investigating whether Trump's campaign colluded with Russia in a bid to sway the 2016 presidential election in his favor. At a joint press conference on Thursday, Macron said, "A trade war doesn't spare anyone. It will start first of all to hurt U.S. workers." Trudeau said, "We are going to defend our industries and our workers." Trudeau, for his part, said Trump's action would hurt American workers as well as Canadians. As tempers frayed, Trump had a ready retort, via tweet, "Please tell Prime Minister Trudeau and President Macron that they are charging the U.S. massive tariffs and create non-monetary barriers. The EU trade surplus with the US is $151 billion, and Canada keeps our farmers and others out. Look forward to seeing them tomorrow." Later Thursday, Trump tweeted, "Prime Minister Trudeau is being so indignant, bringing up the relationship that the US and Canada had over the many years and all sorts of other. He doesn't bring up the fact that they charge us up to 300% on dairy, hurting our farmers, killing our agriculture." A few hours later, he added, "Take down your tariffs and barriers or we will more than match you." Trump will skip out on G7 meetings about climate change, clean energy, and ocean protection. Under Trump, the United States has abandoned its traditional role in the G7. His predecessors pressed for freer global trade and championed a trading system that required countries to follow World Trade Organization rules. Trump's policies have been more protectionist and confrontational, driven by a perception that the U.S. has been the victim of poorly conceived trade deals. Macron said Thursday on Twitter, "The American president may not mind being isolated, but neither do we mind signing a six-country agreement if need be." Tension has been building over a year of policy-making that has distanced the U.S. from traditional allies, including Trump's decisions to withdraw the U.S. from the Paris Climate Accord and the International Iran Nuclear Agreement. His new tariffs, 25% on imported steel and 10% on aluminum from Canada, Mexico, and the European Union, threaten to drive up prices for American consumers and companies and heighten uncertainty for businesses and investors around the globe. Critics argue that the growing U.S. isolation is risky at a time when Trump is making diplomatic overtures with North Korea and in the Middle East and could use the support of allies. Sebastian Mallaby, a senior fellow with the Council on Foreign Relations, described the relationships between the U.S. and the rest of the G7 as at a new level of crisis, saying that it was not just about trade but a general U.S. attitude toward the system. Despite the conflict, Mallaby predicted that the countries would still seek to work with the U.S., calling it the indispensable country. Likewise, Macron described the moment as a period of great challenges, but also defended his efforts to befriend the American president, saying the U.S. is a historical ally and we need them. Lucy and Miller reported from Washington.